Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and listening today. Today is in a very exciting video. It's all about art, all about the Renaissance era, and pretty much anything art related. I have such an obsession with art and more so traditional art, historical art. I don't like modern art at all. Like, I'm not a big fan of contemporary. Um, but I don't mind delving into those once in a while. But my being gets most hungry for Renaissance art. I've always liked it ever since I first went to Stratford upon Avon. That's where William Shakespeare grew up. And it's such a beautiful place. And ever since that experience of going to Stratford, and seeing William Shakespeare's house, I fell in love with art, and I want to share that art with you guys. So, here I have an immaculate book recommendation based on art and art related books. Things that are also related to Renaissance and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching today or listening. You can follow me on Instagram at Taylor Twins. And my name is Kelsey Taylor. And thank you so much for being here. Right. So we're going to start off with a lot of these books are thrifted. So this one I thrifted. This is the Masters 14 Raphael art. So I absolutely love these. These are giant picture, like art books that have paintings in them. And what I've done with them is I hang them up in my room because they're so stunning. Like, why not? So this one is Raphael. I'm really looking for Goya paintings that I want to hang up, and lots of others, obviously. But I highly recommend this. You can find more of these paintings on eBay, and I really want to get my hands on some more because just having art up in your room and sticking on your wall in your bedroom is beautiful. And I highly recommend just to surround yourself with art, to be more inspired about it. Because I don't know about you guys, but I write poetry, and for me, the best inspiration to write poetry is to surround myself with beautiful things, art, museums, beautiful classical music, beautiful food, and just like surround yourself with stuff that inspires you. If there's a picture that you have up on your wall, don't have it there. Take it down immediately if it doesn't inspire you. Because you only want things in your life that feed your soul, because we already have enough things in this world that deprive us of our soul and our well being. So you just want to invest in yourself and your creative outlets and just surround yourself with beauty and bask in beauty of art. So, book recommendations now. So, this one I found in Scoop Books. It's called The Middle Ages Sphere History of Literature. I think this is going to be an exciting read because I'm really, really interested in the Renaissance era, the Middle Ages, and whatnot. So I think this is going to be such a fun read. The Sphere History of Literature is a critical survey of English and American literature in 10 volumes. Each volume, so this has multiple volumes. That's cool. I might get the other ones. Um, each volume is a collection of original essays, specially commissioned for the series, which taken together cover 14 centuries of literature from the Anglo-Saxons to the present. The editors and contributors are some hundred of the most distinguished academics in their field. So that's pretty cool. I also love the cover as well. This book just really stood out to me. And I love books that have brown on the side that are like old and musty. Let's do a smell test. Ooh, 10 out of 10. That is beautiful. I love that. All right, so the next book is this lovely diamond that I currently read and just finished. This is Oscar Wilde de Profundis and other writings. It has his poems in here as well, and in this edition. But this is an amazing 80-page love letter to his lover or ex-lover that he wrote while he was in prison. Very heartbreaking, very sad, but beautiful and loving and raw. This love letter that Oscar Wilde wrote is life-changing. I would recommend anybody to read it who wants to learn more about the subject of love and anyone who's interested in just like love in general. Um, I highlighted. Ooh, look at that. You see that? I highlighted, marked it, underlined, wrote in it. Really devoured this book. Maybe I'll read to you guys some of my favorite I was gonna say poems. This is not a poetry book. But like some words that I underlined. Let's see. There was no room for both passions in the same soul. They cannot live together in that fair carven house. He was talking about not having hatred in your heart. Goes really deep in that. Won't get into it, but this is funny. His lover would talk about your family life bored you. The cold, cheap wine of Salisbury, to use a phrase of your own making. His lover said a lot of silly things, so that's funny. But anyways, highly recommend for you to read this book. And it's a very beautiful yet heartbreaking yet sweet book about love. All right, the next one is this lovely find that I found secondhand, Leonardo da Vinci. This is beautiful because it is very old and it has paintings inside. I love books that have pictures in it because I love just hanging up art around my bedroom. So that was a really fun find. I love that. This one is Shakespeare the poet and his background. This is another old find, really beat up old book, but I really want to read more about Shakespeare and enlighten myself more on him and his background and whatnot. So this is going to be an exciting read. All right, everybody. The next book that I have for you is Second Place by Rachel Cusk. Rachel is a fantastic writer. I want to read her grocery list. So the next one is obviously if you're into art, if you're into beauty, if you're into drama, if you're into death in a beautiful poetical way. William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet is the place you want to be. It's stunning, it's lyrical, it's beautiful. I absolutely love this cover. It is stunning. Next book that I have is I've never heard of this, but it's the Canterbury Tales. Growing up in school, I've never heard of this, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I got this copy secondhand, and it has just like the most stunning illustrations. Like, I cannot get over. I have some of it hanging up in my room, but it is just stunning. Like, look at this. I am in love. The illustration is so, the attention to detail, like, people just don't draw like this anymore. So, if you're into art or anything like that, I highly recommend this book. The illustrated prologue, stunning. The next book that is related to art is Art and Beauty in the Middle Ages. I got this one at Foyles for only £10.99. Found this secondhand, it was literally £1.50. Writing for Art offers close readings of poems and prose from the 19th and 20th centuries, alongside high quality reproductions of the companion pictures, covering a broad range of writing and theory about the relation of literary text to the visual arts, and extending the subject to include literary works on photography as prose descriptions of artworks. So excited. This seems quite intelligent of a book. There's no pictures inside that I can oh, actually no, there's actually black and white pictures, and crazy enough, this picture painted by Rossetti, Dante Rossetti, I actually saw it yesterday in this in Tate Britain Museum. This painting, wow, so stunning. I'm gonna make a whole video, or maybe I already uploaded it by now, but I made a whole video of the Rossetti Museum experience, so highly recommend to check that out. This is the Pre-Raphaelites booklet that I bought yesterday while I was looking at their amazing collection. Romanicism. Oh my god, these are the most stunning. I'll show you live. Like, look at that. Like, how stunning is that? Really incredible. I absolutely love Bruges. It speaks so much to you. I love the one of purgatory, hell, heaven. Just such art. Beautiful. And the last book that I have for you guys is Dance, Love, and Ecstasy, the Modern Cult of Dionysus Bacchus. Dionysus is the Greek god of the grape harvest and winemaking, of the growth and fertility of vegetation, especially orchards and vineyards, and lastly of insanity, ritual madness, religious ecstasy, festivity, and theater. Because of his links to plant growth, he also became associated with death, resurrection, and regeneration. He was also known as Bacchus to the Greeks, a name adopted by the Romans as Bacchus. The focus here is on the links between Dionysus' cult and the perennial human preoccupations of drugs, sex, and ecstasy. Next is some museum recommendations that I have. So the first one that I have is the Victoria and Albert Museum. It's absolutely stunning. If you love fashion, if you love Greek, Roman, Egyptian art, statues, that's the place to go. Highly recommend. Another great museum is the British Museum. That one has really amazing, not so much specified on British history. It goes along across Asia, Africa, South America, whatnot, so it's not, I don't know why they call it the British Museum, because it's not really British. The stuff that they display and whatnot. Museums to go is the Wallace Museum. Absolutely incredible. Another museum is obviously Tate Britain Museum. I think that one is absolutely incredible. I love that one so much. And another one is the Imperial War Museum. You'll see a lot of war artifacts and objects, and if you're interested in World War II and what happens during that time, that one I recommend. Another place to go to is a church. They charge like, I don't know, like £20 now. It used to be free back in my day when I went there, but it's St. Paul's Cathedral. It's stunning. I highly recommend that one. One is the British Library. So it's not a museum, it's not a church, it's a big old library, and you can go in there. They do have a bit of a museum in there. They have like a little exhibition area that you can see really nice stuff. You can see Jane Austen's writing desk, you can see Oscar Wilde notes from his diary. Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you got something out of it and you found a new book you like and a new museum that you want to go to. Thank you so much for watching, listening. I love you all so much. À bientôt. Au revoir.